a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number one versus number one. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Prescott. Wright's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Dolphins 0. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Prescott to throw it. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, you look at this defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
They bring the pressures. He gets this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get...
There he goes, left side!
He may go!
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown! James Cook, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Yeah! There we go, Friday!
On play action, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They could have been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown this season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bills take over at 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make the run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now, these two teams met earlier in the year in Buffalo with the Bills winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
56.
Allen. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On the ground, it's Ollie Gordon. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 7.
Prescott now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Dolphins 21, Bills 14. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooklyn?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Motion man is Shakir.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
165 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. The wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now Allen going to change it up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
17.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, yeah, there we go. I took it. What do you think?
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Prescott from the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Now Evans hit and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run again on first down. Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Moore, the man in motion. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
At the 20-yard line.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott off play action. Guys made complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Prescott.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Prescott. It's complete to Diggs.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Prescott now from the 50. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Alert!
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's caught inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
It's a gain of 53 yards.
They'll try the middle with Cook. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
319!
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Five wide. Middle.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir from 17 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Prater on to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the Bills' 8-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Maxwell Hairston.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
On play action, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Drop this off for Davis. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. The 1st down carry for Davis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Allen.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Round 80! Middle.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Alert!
Here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Evans.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Buffalo, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1.